Okay, so we are live now. Hello and welcome to the live stream. So today I am just going to continue to wave my hands because I haven't seen, like, YouTube is slower than what you guys are seeing, so I'm like probably way ahead of you guys in terms of what I'm saying. So I'm just like looking and making sure that it comes on, that everything's good. If there's anything that looks weird, let me know. If something is off, please let me know. And yeah, we're going to just get right into it. Oh, I got the sniffles. Oh my goodness. Okay. So welcome to the live stream, everybody. Today what we are going to be, oh my god. I still have sniffles. It's so bad. Okay. So today, what we're going to do, and don't worry, I got a big old tissue box here. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about Minecraft Diaries today because as you all know, a lot of y'all probably know that it is getting a remake right now, and I have a lot to talk about with it. I just want to make sure, just let me know if all my stuff is doing well, like you can hear me, because I don't want to, like, maybe I can hear it. Let me check. Let me know, and yeah. Okay, so it's going pretty good. It's going really good. Oh no, I dropped my tissue. Okay, all right, so I'm back. Okay, I love you guys too. Welcome. And so, quick thing. I am so sorry we started super late, but I want to let you all know that basically, if you guys weren't sure, I'm also going to do some cross motion here. There's an event called Minecraft Monday going on. It's run by like Keemstar, and it's got like 40 different YouTubers who are like super big, from like Minecrafters to like YouTubers who do like other games or other types of YouTube content. So it was a big thing going on, and it started at 1 p.m. PST, which is the same time I start my Monday stream. So I'm like, I don't want to, like, you know, I want to start a little bit later because I, like, if people here want to go watch that first, I'd rather them go and enjoy, like, other people's content before they come over to mine. So we started a little bit late. So we're not going to do, like, a 4-hour stream today. We're probably going to do, like, up until, like, an hour or two. We're not going to do a long stream today. So we'll be, like, planning another stream later on, probably this week, or maybe we'll just over stream next week. We'll figure it out. But yeah, awesome. Everything is going good so far. Thank you guys. I got that confirmation just now. Also enjoy those new emojis. I want to give a shout out today to, shout out to all the members here. Thank you for joining the Tiny Tomato, and thank you for your donation, Trisha Rees, and thank you for joining Jasmine Israel, and thank you for, I'm sorry, Jasmine, I don't know why I said it like that, but thank you for joining. Gotcha, Icy Land 45, thank you for joining. And a quick thing is that today we're going to be doing a Q&A session with Minecraft Diaries. We're going to be talking about things. I'm going to take you on a tour of the current Diaries set that we have, like, versus the older one, and I'll give you some examples of it and kind of just, like, talk. If you have any questions about the series, I recommend tweeting at me. I'm not going to be doing an Instagram check because Instagram just a mess for me. But I'll be doing like a Twitter check, and also if you're a member, I'll be able to see your, I'll be taking like because a lot of questions scroll by really, really fast, but if you're a member, I can definitely just quickly take a look and see if I can see your questions. So if you have any questions for it, wait right now. Don't ask the questions yet until I ask for them. But I want to talk to you guys about the series a little bit more, and like if you want to support it and you want to see more about it, then I can talk a little bit more about that. So we're going to be doing about a Diaries talk for like about a while, and then we're going to be doing something else later on in the stream, and I'll talk to you guys about that. But yeah, so yes, let's go ahead. Yeah, so if you have a member thing, then it's probably like, we have a members only chat right now, but we're going to be doing a few Diaries questions if you have them. And you can also reach out to me on Twitter, but I'll be taking more member questions than anything. But let's go ahead and begin. So, as you can see, I'm going to come over to the gameplay right now, and you can take a look at it. This is the current Minecraft Diaries or Phoenix drop that you guys can see. I'm not gonna go through the. Well, I'm not. Like, I'll show you the set. Just know that not everything is 100% complete. There's a few things that wanted to be added, and some little areas are gonna be patched up. So what you're seeing here is the final product in terms of the houses and in terms of like what you've seen in the first episode. But it still needs a few things added, and it's still being worked on just a little bit. But what we've shown so far is absolutely like not gonna change. It's gonna be the next episode. It's gonna stay. So yes, let's go ahead and talk about it. So as you guys know, those of you who are super excited about it, thank you. I want to let you guys know that a lot of people have been asking, like, why are you doing Minecraft Diaries, a remake? Why aren't you just finishing season 3, which for those of you guys who don't know is on the Aphmau Fantasy channel. It's over there. Then that channel's inactive, just a heads up. A lot of you guys have been asking that question, and I want to address this. I'm doing Minecraft Diaries, this remake, because season 3 was not what I wanted. Season 3 was just in my opinion, it took a bad turn. And when I say that, it took a bad turn in season 2. And again, this event, like, I've talked about it a bit online, but like I'm always uncomfortable talking about it because it was a lot more, it was a lot harder to deal with at the time. Oh, let's get some music on. I'm sorry, I know I'm stalling and that probably feels like a little weird, but like, let's get some music on real quick, like in the background, because we have like a ton of different things here. By the way, how are you guys doing today? Let me know, okay? Let's see. I'm putting on some music real quick. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this is a song that the original opened up with, or the original, like, stuff, so that's a little bit too much piano for this. Oh, thank you for your donation, Princess Amy Bryan. Oh, I see a little donation thing pop up. That's cool. You got that in finally. Cool. Finally. Let me see. That is too much. That's a lot of piano. Hold on one second. Okay, we'll just. It makes me feel too fancy. Like, it's cute. I like it. It's OG, but like I just feel a little too fancy with it. What about this? It feels too goofy. Like, it can't be taken seriously. What's this? This is all Minecraft Diaries OST stuff, by the way. Oh, that's too romantic. That's too romantic. We ain't here for that. Oh, that's too medieval. I'm sorry, I'm so picky. Oh my god. Okay, alright. You know what? We're just gonna go with some fancy stuff. I know, I'm taking my time, I'm sorry, but I just want to get some, like, mood music. Real quick. Some of my old vlog music. It's from Final Fantasy X. I love it. It's just... There you go. It's cheery, and it's really nice. Okay. Perfect. Now I feel much more comfortable. Alright, cool. So let's talk. So, basically, to give you guys an idea, I'm gonna run through it really quick because I've cried over it on a stream. I've dealt with it for years. It's still, and honestly, it's coming back, which sucks to deal with. But to give you guys an idea of why the original Minecraft Diaries, I was kind of like falling out of it around season 3. I fell out around it around somewhere between. I was falling out of it for a while during season 2, up in like around episode 84, 85-ish of season 2, and that's because we, like, throughout this series, I had a huge, like, I was okay with shipping. I've always been okay with shipping. And I still am. Like, I still love it. And, like, I love when people do it and they're passionate about it. But when people become toxic about it, it becomes another issue. It becomes an issue of, oh, man, people are really just getting a little too riled up over this. And back then, I was a younger creator. I had no idea how to deal with, you know, people, like, saying negative things about me online. I had no idea how to deal with that kind of stuff. And then over time, like back then, I was super emotional about it. I was like, and rightfully so. It was really scary, and like a lot of people really like. Basically, I had a lot of Garmouth fans, unfortunately. The bad ones, not the good ones. And I've forgiven them. But I had a lot of them send me messages of hate and harassment throughout Minecraft Diaries, and to the point where I forcefully wrote a scene with Gareth telling Aphmau off, and it was the worst mistake that I ever made, which is why whenever I talk about writers and how you should do what you want to do, seriously do what you want to do. Don't let anybody influence your story, because you are going to mess it up, and it's not going to be your creation, and you're not going to want to finish it. You won't feel passionate about it. It will be the worst mistake you ever make. So do not change your story for someone else. Don't do that. But I ended up writing a scene with Gareth basically yelling at Aphmau, basically saying what I was watching people say to her. And so I wrote that in, and then he got like this huge like mini arc thing, which I thought was cool. But it wasn't where I wanted the story to go, and it ended up ruining a lot of what I was like, hey, it'd be cool if we did this, and we did this. But no, we ended up getting like this weird little segment that I was like, okay, whatever. Anyway, enough about that. Again, I've forgiven people from back then. Again, it's painful to think about, but it's a new series, and honestly, after that point, I was just like, let's just move on. Let's just move on, and then as you can see, I just didn't want to finish it. It was very hard to finish it. It was a good story. I liked some of the, like, season 3 was a good story. I liked some of the characters. I liked some of the events, and I knew where it was, like, planning on going, but I just wasn't into it. So at that point, I was like, stop. I can't do it no more. Like, I just can't. And then you saw that I was more passionate about my shoot at the time. Still am, by the way, because honestly, the audience for that was just so positive, so fun. It was like breathing life in the Diaries again, where everyone was so positive and fun and, you know, nice about it. But then over time, Diaries had this stigma to it where if it didn't go a certain way, it was hard to continue. Anyway, that's why I didn't go back to season 3, and I don't want to finish season 3 realistically. I would like to just kind of like tell the story later, but honestly, some of the elements that I would be putting into season 3 would be going into this one right here. So enough about that. So yeah. So people are very toxic about Aphmau. Some people are, like a lot of people are, I would agree. But I don't think you guys understood, like, how much worse it was back then. Like, I had to hide comments. I had to do things to, basically have Garth go over Lawrence. Like, it was worse than it was now, by all means. And I can honestly say that for a fact. I had, like, a Facebook group stalking me and, like, making sure that Garth was, like, the #1. It was just, like, the worst experience I've ever had online. So they're nothing like they are today. And honestly, like, the community is just so big that, like, I can't monitor that anymore. I just have to, like, be like, okay, I'm sorry. But anyway, it was a really rough time. And, again, the level of hate back then was that bad that the level now is not as worse as it was back then. I can honestly say that for sure, because, again, I have people who were working on my team who were, like, seeing all that happen. Wasn't just me. It sucked. But it was what it was. And Lawrence kind of got, like, the Aphmau group kind of got a little bit of, like, a push, like, from that, like, basically, like, Garth kind of, like, pushed Lawrence aside in some places, and I felt bad about that. It wasn't the story I wanted to tell, long story short, and it was because of that kind of mentality. So if that happens again with this, like, negative stigma happens, I hope that doesn't, but yeah. Anyway, let's go past that. And sorry if I ranted there a bit. But yeah, so this is Phoenix Drop. Just a quick heads up. As you can see, it's gotten a big old tune-up and stuff like that. It's been, whatchamacallit, it's been all updated. It's been really, really pretty, because if you can tell, there's like a huge, whatchamacallit, there's been a huge change here. Come over here. Come here. Please don't change. Oh, it's okay. So yeah, there's been a huge change. As you can see, the plaza's been all revamped and everything's been really, really just pretty. If you don't remember it from the original, it was like this weird it was randomly generated. It wasn't like something like I planned it out. It's like, okay, I'm here, let's play, let's go. And so that's what happened. So in the remake, what we're doing is we're actually taking bits and parts and making it look a lot nicer. As you can see, the inside of the houses look pretty. Everything is bitted. It just looks so different. And also you can see decay on the houses. Like they're like falling apart to some degree. There we go. Let's see. So we're gonna get into questions in a second, but I wanted to emphasize the reason that I brought up everything that I did. Also, a person who told me to shut up, you shut up. Sorry. It's so nice. Be nice, okay? But to be 1000%, and sorry, I'm a little heated right now because even though I'm like all over that, it still kind of stings every now and then. But I'm good. But again, that's not going to affect what's going to happen in this story. So what is going to happen here is basically all of this, like everything that you see here is the new Phoenix drop. All of this is very, like, we had a wonderful build team, Aria Creations, create this entire map. It was very, like, they had a wonderful time doing it. I recommend checking them out. I'm going to make sure that their link is in the description below. Give me a quick second. But for something like this to happen, for this level of quality to happen, and I honestly want to keep remaking Diaries, we honestly need support on it, and that's why I'm having the stream right now. It is so important that when the second episode comes out and continuing for season 1, that we get the consistent support behind it in order to keep making it. I want to keep remaking it. Trust me, like I was saying earlier, this is a big deal. This is a big thing to me, and I absolutely want to remake it. But we still need support on it. I am going to be like super 100% about this. So if there's more like support for it, I will absolutely continue. And the way to show support is honestly views and watch time and likes and commenting and sharing. So just that's how you do it. The new Phoenix drop look, you adore it? I know, thank you. And the original was amazing. I know, I loved it too. It's just, oh, it started so weird. So sassy always wins. Look, okay. Look, be nice, but also be sassy, and don't let people take advantage of you. Okay, back to Diaries. So yes, it just looks so much different, and I'm glad you guys like the look of it. It's really crazy. 1 second, so let me make sure that I have. All right, there we go. So. I just love it, just do it. Okay, so that's enough, but again, I cannot stress this to you more than enough. It definitely needs support in order to continue. So keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and take some questions. If you guys want to ask any questions, and as you can see, I'm going to walk through while questions start building up. And I'll be looking at Twitter a little bit later. And again, most of the questions will be taken from chat over Twitter or anything. But as you can see, we see like the decay happening. And if you guys remember the first episode, the first couple of episodes are really hard to watch. And that's mostly because it was aimed to be a Let's Play originally, with me inserting story here and there. I didn't really get the entire vision for everything until I got further into the Let's Play, because I wasn't expecting it to like turn out the way it did. It was more so something I was doing for fun, and yes, I've always had stories in my mind and ways to do things, but I didn't think that I would be able to execute it. So the fact that I even got to is really, really cool. And the fact that I'm able to do it to a extent that I'm like, I feel even better about this is even more amazing. So yes, and also I'm gonna read some donations that have come because it seems like a few people have asked some questions. Oh, Shantae Farshid, hi! How are you today? Thank you for donating. You always like donate all the time, and I know a lot of people do here too. I'm still learning names, so give me a second. It says, hi Jess, I'm super excited for you in the remake. What about the retelling are you most excited about? Ships, new characters, special effects? Ships I'm excited for, to some degree. As you heard in the opening, ships kind of like, again, I love shipping. I think it's fun. When it's done in a very respectful and nice way, it's amazing. And it's a fun thing to bring people together. But I'm not super excited for, I mean, I am, don't get me wrong. Like, it's like a conflicting, I'm excited about, honestly, rewriting it, telling the story a different way, but still, like, if you remember, so here's how it's gonna go. If you remember the original, you will get like certain little things. Like you will be like, oh, like she's incorporating this way, or this is how this happened, and you'll get that. Like you'll understand it. So it'll keep you included, but it's also going to like mention a few new things. Like these markings on Aphmau, obviously, they're completely different. There's something new. And that's because there's gonna be some stuff added. So I'm excited to add that in, but I'm also excited because I want to do animations. And I have plans to do animations. I do. But again, support is a huge thing that is going to be needed in order to fund those things, right? So yes. So let me see. Coming over here real quick. Alright. So it looks like members only chat is off, which is perfectly fine. Again, if you're a member, I can honestly see your question a little bit better, so just putting that out there. Let's see. Coming over here. I'm gonna walk around really slowly. I'm gonna see if I can set my speed to, let me see, speed like 0.5 in order just to make it kind of like nice and relaxing just to walk around a little bit. And then let's put my, is it F5? No, it's not F5. It's F1. There we go. Yeah. So you can take a look and see how pretty it looks. So let's see. So Spirit King Brands asks, thank you for being a member. It says, so are you going to explain all the Divine Warriors origins throughout the remake? All 6 of them. So to be honest, I want to get more into what you guys kind of like got bits of, not like everything was there. So, ooh, I can go to cinema mode. Sorry, I'm like just looking at a bunch of stuff. So I would like to kind of explain a little bit more about them, but I don't think that it'll be hinted to. What I plan for that plan, again, what I'm saying here is what I'm planning. In actual execution, it may turn out a little bit different, so don't be like, this is gonna happen 100%. No, it's gonna be like, these are my plans, and I'm still writing all the outlines for all the episodes. I don't know how many episodes there are going to be, and that's because condensing 100 episodes down is not an easy task. So, to give you an idea, let me put my speed back to 1 because it's weird. To give you an idea, I want to incorporate more of the stuff that you got bits and pieces of. Like, there are some motivations that are kind of unclear. Like, for example, Zane's motivation is a huge thing I want to kind of get into in this season. And that links into a lot of the world and what's going to happen in the world and stuff like that. I don't know if we're necessarily going to touch on that in this season, what the Divine Warriors right now. And for those of you who don't know about them, you'll find out about them soon. But we are going to touch a little bit on like how they kind of influence the world a little bit, because if you don't remember, all that stuff kind of goes into episode, or all that stuff originally wasn't really in the first season. You got bits of that, but it kind of goes into season 2 to season 3. So I'm gonna try to condense that a little bit more. Let's see. Let's see. So again, any more questions are greatly appreciated. I can't see. Oh, that's why my chat isn't going fast. My chat stopped, and I was like, I guess everyone just stopped talking when I just started talking. So let's see. DKK, thank you so. Or let's see. Oh, that's the currency amount. I'm sorry. June's Sinav. Did I say that right? Sieve. I hope I said that right. June, thank you so much for your donation. It says, this was a series that made me meet you, and I've been a fan ever since. I love the old ones and love the new one. Love you so much, and you still make my day with every video. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad. It's just, it's great to hear that, because like I love being known for like Minecraft Diaries a lot in any of my series, especially My Street. But it's also nice to be known for like just kind of having fun and messing around and like, you know, being me sometimes. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Thank you very much. Let's see. We have, is there going to be animation? Yes. I couldn't see that. That was a regular one. I saw it scroll by really fast. I'm having someone gather all the member questions and put them down as fast as they can. Thank you. Let me come over here. Let me see. Let me come over here. Alright. So, I want there to be animations. You have no idea what I'm planning. I've already told Jason about this. But, like, again, we're working with, if you remember him, we're working with currently 2 animators right now. We have one that's here, well, both of them are like here. We have Wesley, who worked on like a lot of the animations that we've seen before. Like the first time we ever used a big animation was for Emerald Secret with the Aaron and Ian fight. And he worked on that one. And now we have someone here who is working as well with us. And he's really cool. His name is Bill. Really awesome. So we are working, and again, it depends on if it gets funding. It gets everything. Again, it's just how much support is important because I want to do the animations. And I may be like, here's my money for my birthday. I don't want to put it in here. So yeah, I could do that too, but it just, again, I want to, and I have plans. But it really depends on if it can happen. So we will see. I'll be like stressing to do it, but I just have to make sure I don't spend too much or I'll kill me. I've done it before, trust me. So give me a second. Alright. So, let me see. Let's come up here. The questions are going by so fast. I'm having my helper like help me get the questions, but like it's so crazy. QSH, thank you for being a member. And it says, is Lawrence in the series? Well, here's a question. Why wouldn't he be? It would be really like so think about it this way. Any main, like if they played a huge part in like if they were in the oh God, I want to talk about it, but I also don't want to spoil it for new people. It's just so weird because it's been out for forever. But that's fine. Try not to spoil things also, by the way. Like, treat this as if, like, it's still spoiler back then. Because new people are going to be watching, and understand that I'm going to be doing my best to keep to the original, but also incorporate that, keep in mind that new people are going to be watching too, and I want to make it entertaining for them as well. So you may see some things that are like super, like new. Like, again, the markings on her are new, and we're not going to get, they have purpose, but we're not going to get into that like immediately, right? Like, you'll see. It's hard not to spoil things. God. So let's see. So yeah, if they were a huge, like, if they were there in the dimension at the end, they will be, like, back, obviously. So, yes, yeah, that's pretty, just keep that in mind. Like, if they played a huge part of the series, they will be in the series. If they, for some reason, were, like, a weird part of the series, like, they didn't really have, like, a huge impact on what happened, like, I don't know why I keep coming to the plaza. I need to go to new places. Let's go inside this house. Let's go see what this house is. Again, remember, a lot of these houses aren't fully decked out. Like, they are decked out, but, like, just keep in mind, oh, this is a library. Yeah. It's very pretty. Again, remember, some of these, this is like we're still working with sets and stuff like that, so if some things look different, where does she sleep? Oh, pretty. Oh, pretty. I haven't been in here. Oh, it's the roof. The roof. So pretty. Oh, wait a minute. She could look down. No wonder. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm sorry. I'm just like really fangirling over how pretty it is. Like the structure of it. Look at this. Good job, Aria Creations. Oh my God. I didn't even get to see this part. Let me just fawn over this build. Give me a fan, someone. Like, God, just like, I'm thirsty, literally. For this build. Let me see. So, alright, so, any more questions? Anyway. The plazas, I saw the comment that said, the plaza's depressing, so you're going back to the plaza. Oh my god, I could, or, I think that's what the comment said. I'm not sure. All right. So let's see. All right. So. Sorry, I'm like trying to keep up with the chat. It's like crazy. Is Donna? The question went away. Let's see. Keish, again, wow. I just saw that donation. Thank you so much for your donation. Are some of the mains having new voice actors? So basically, here's what I'm planning on for that. Obviously, the mains aren't gonna have new voice actors. They will all have the same voice actors. Some voice actors may, of course, they're all gonna be reached out to make sure that if they want to reprise the role, they absolutely can. But, like, again, if there's any, like, you know, like, crazy thing where it's, like, maybe... they're working, because I've had a few voice actors lately basically be like they've been busy with a lot of other projects, and our turnaround times, dudes, like our turnaround times are absolutely insane. Like we basically I send out scripts, like I finish a script, and sometimes, like, you guys know how busy I am, I send out a script and it's like, oh my god, like I'm so busy that like I need it by the next day. So, and of course, obviously, everyone gets compensated appropriately. I'm a big advocate of that. But if turnaround times are really harsh and people have lives, they can't dedicate their time to this, that's totally understandable. Like, it's a big ask, and having, like, turnaround times, especially for voice actors, has to be respected. So if they have, like, some conflicting things to it, that's perfectly fine. But they will all be asked to reprise their roles. Just know that. So yes. Let's see. Oh my god. All right. So I saw a funny question, but it's not a Diaries related question. Let's go to this other house. Also, this hill will be very important later. Trust me, it'll be fine. For those of you who don't know, ooh, should I go into some of the houses? I mean, it's not like you're gonna. Okay, let's go into the houses. Again, work in progress. Just keep that in mind. Timeout. I don't know why I did timeout. This is cute. Oh, wow. Wow, this is really pretty. Like, some of these buildings, like, I am seeing for the first time. And that's because I've been so busy writing, that, like, this room is small. I like it. It's cozy. Jeez. I've been so busy that it's just been so hard to, like, keep up with a lot of stuff. So a lot of these builds you're seeing with me. Like, you're gonna get my reaction to, like, all of these builds. So this is this house. I'm still assigning houses to certain characters, but certain characters obviously have their houses, like, 100% intact, especially if you saw in the first episode. Let's see. Let me see. I'm trying to, like, keep an eye on the chat and also my stream at the same time. It's, like, going super nuts. You guys are crazy. Let's see. So, Roleplay Ryan asks, is this going to be canon to My Street, since you seem to be leaning into that during Season 6? So, I'm going to put it... So, this came full circle, which is not allowed. It's pretty much illegal because in Minecraft there's only squares, but we kind of broke that rule with all the models. What am I saying? Okay, sorry, me trying to be funny. Okay, so, this is going to be a little interesting, and I wish I had a whiteboard to explain. You know what? I'm gonna get my MS Paint up because I'm really good at MS Paint. Oh no, let me get this up. Give me a quick second. Full cam. There we go. Okay. So, I'm gonna get up my MS Paint because I'm a real artist, ladies and gentlemen. I am such a good artist that I only use MS Paint because that's what only real artists use. Just kidding. I love my artists. Don't yell at me. But I am an artiste because I'm so pro. Okay, so let me make you a diagram. This is my real art. Oh, you can't see it right here. Gameplay. You're gonna see this. I can't say that word. You're gonna see this MS Paint drawing of what I think. Okay, so this is my... No, My Street didn't come first. Let's put Diaries first. This is Diaries. Diaries. That's a Z. Why am I that's an E. That looks bad. Okay, Diaries. So that's Diaries. This looks horrible. Diaries. Diaries. Okay, so this is Diaries, right? Right? Can you see that? Can I guys see it at all? Is it working? Okay, okay, it works, it's good. It works, okay, fine. All right, so this is Diaries. And this is my street, right? I wrote this out, but that's not how you spell. Whatever, I don't care. All right, so this is Diaries, this is my street. So this is the original, this is the OG, and then this is the OG, right? This is so bad. Oh my God, but I love it. Okay, all right. So this is the OG. That's OY. OG. That's the OG Diaries, the OG My Street, right? And then this, so what I'm planning, and I know what I'm planning, I'm just really bad at explaining things, is Diaries, has a timeline. Diaries has a timeline. This is remove all this. Lines messed it up. Okay. So this is the remake, right? Remake. Now, obviously, you know, remake of Diaries. Diaries. This is so bad. And this is the remake. I'm not gonna write remake. That's too much word. That's too much work. Of My Street. I'm not gonna write. There you go. Okay, so My Street remake and the Diaries remake. So this helps this. Diaries helps My Street, right? But My Street, I had this written so perfectly in my binder at home, but I can't write it perfectly. Okay, wait, I got this. Diaries is going to basically, it has lore into My Street, so the lore goes into My Street, right? There's some things, obviously. I'm not gonna get into all of it, because you see things happen in S6. S6 is very important. Now, Diaries is going to go into that, but also the remake Diaries will also be in here. But this will be in here. But this will also be here. It was much cooler when I planned this out in my head. Just saying it out loud sounds weird. Okay. The original Diaries is canon to the original My Street. The remake Diaries is canon to My Street as well. So these two are both canon to this, right? To My Street. They're both canon to this one. That one is important. Important. It's important. This is important. But this here, when this is done, this will help fuel this. But this also fuels... You know what? I'm better at writing than speaking. That's why I write. I don't speak, okay? Look, they all matter to each other. They're important to each other. Just trust me. The remake is going to support season 6, and Diaries also supports season 6. But basically, the OG is canon to OG My Street, and the remake is canon to the remake My Street, but also OG My Street as well. Okay? So, yes. Am I remaking My Street? Not right now. If I ever decide to remake My Street, it'll be a long time from now because My Street is still running. It's not going to be anytime soon, but Diaries is getting a remake because it's been quite a while. And it's also like, hey, like, this is cool. This is something that I want to tell. And like, ooh, I like this song. So yeah, that's basically the idea behind it. And I'll have a better chart for you guys, and I'm not on the spot and I have my thoughts together because it's a better, I can write and explain myself better in writing than I can when I actually try to explain myself. Don't ask me why, that's just how I work. It's probably my anxiety when it comes to talking. Anyway, let's go look in another house. Let's see, whose house is this? Or whose house is this going to be? We'll find out. Oh, this is the big old guard tower. Yeah, this is the one. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, timeline is messed up. That can't happen. Okay. So, anyway. Let's move on to the next question so I don't have to explain how that works. I'll do a chart later. Just know that they're both important to each other. And I'll explain it a little bit better in detail when I have the chance to, okay? There we go. So, also, fun fact is that back in the day, Diaries made My Street possible, and now My Street is making Diaries possible through not only story, but also funding. Like, basically, it's pretty interesting how Diaries was like the big thing, and then it like circled to My Street, and now it's circling back. Like, it's this big old circle of emotions. That's really cool to see how one is helping the other, and they're both two different genres initially, but they're still helping each other, and it's really cool to see that unison of them actually being able to support each other. Anyway, let's continue with the questions. Do you guys have any questions I can answer? Let's see. Christian Lover, thank you for your donation. And also, $20, thank you for your donation. I don't normally say the amount, sorry. I just got nervous. It says, I love your voice, and when is the next series coming out, and what game do you play? Obviously, I play Minecraft, but I also play a bunch of other things as well. And in doing that, to answer your question, we have a new series coming out pretty soon. It's been in the works for a while. It was in the works before the remake of, like, the idea of the remake of Diaries. I mean, the remake of Diaries has always been on my mind, like, for the longest time. But it was in the works and in production prior to, like, the remake coming out. It's been in the works for a while, and I hope you guys like it. Ooh, wow, this place is really cool. This is so pretty. Oh my god. I love this detail. Look at the little ledge. Okay, sorry. But to give you an idea, basically the series is gonna be coming out, not this past weekend, but this coming weekend it should be coming out, and it's gonna be something pretty interesting that I think you guys are going to really enjoy. It's almost a mix. Like, I'm not gonna get into it, but you'll be starting to see some like art that'll be going up on the community posts and stuff like that. You'll be seeing some interesting things that'll be alluding to it, so get excited for that. And then after, like, I think a few, like, maybe one or two, like, after we finish, like, a few, like, 1 or 2 episodes, then we're gonna go into doing the remake soon. But again, I'm not gonna announce times and dates because it's just so much that has to happen. Like, you have no idea how much detail and time that each of these things takes to do, so it's crazy. Let's see. What else is there? Let's see. Also, just a quick heads up. Remember to take a look at the memberships, because they are super, they help support the channel. They help support, like, everything here. But also you get cool emojis and stuff like that. And, like, obviously there's members only chat. There's also, like, codes like merchandise and stuff like that, so check it out because there's different tiers and different, like, levels of interaction. It's really cool. There's also members only posts in the community tab, which I'm gonna be posting, like, sneak peeks of things there, but that is a little bit later, but it'll be coming up pretty soon, especially with the Diaries Remake coming up. It'll be something that'll be going there pretty soon. So yeah, and each, like, tier has different things, so check it out. Okay, all right, so back to the questions. We have a lot of them. And I did an Instagram Q&A, but I wanted to do, like, more of a YouTube Q&A just because the Instagram one was so, like, nice that I was like, hey, let's do, like, a YouTube one. It'll be really cool. So, let's see, where is it? Right here. Let's see. Oh. Let's come over here. I want to take a look at this house. Let's keep looking at the house as well. This is so pretty. I like him. All right. Let's see. Are you gonna post? I couldn't see that. Ah, it went so soon. We're gonna be trying to post a little more frequently. No promises yet. This house doesn't have a door. We're gonna be trying to post a little bit more frequently, but in the meantime, we're still kind of building up to that, so keep an eye out. It's just starting new series it's always hard. There's always, everything goes wrong. For the first episode of anything on anyone's channel, something will go wrong. Something will go horribly wrong. I cannot say this how many times that this has happened. So I've been done this enough that I know, like, hey, there's gonna be something wrong in the first episode of every series, trust me. So yeah, just expect that. It happens. let's see. Autumn Rose, thank you for your donation. It says, I don't know if you saw my first one, but I love you so much. Oh, thank you. Also, in the Diaries remake, are you going to see any of the old town settings? Yes. And this is the old Lord's house, by the way. This is pretty cool. I also like the door here. Oh my god, this door is so cool. That's a window. That's a door window? Interesting. But yes, old towns and settings will be making their way back. In a way, they'll be making their way back. And I sigh because these builds take a while to do. I'm not even joking you. These builds are very, they're very worth it though. They're so worth it. They're so worth it, and they're, but they're also, they come with a very, you know, hefty toll. But they are absolutely worth it, and the people who work on them, which is Aria Creations, does a fantastic job with them. They are so freaking cool. So yes, you'll be seeing a lot of the old towns coming back. So yeah, let me see if I can catch up with all the chat really quick. Let's see. Where are... Let's see. The village is going to be completely different. As you can see, yeah, they'll probably be, to some degree, a little different. Like, well, obviously Foodie Shop is like, hella different. So yeah, they will be absolutely different. You can take a look and see. Like, let me show you the OG village, guys. Like, I don't think y'all understand how different this is. Let me take a look. There we go. I don't think y'all understand how different this is. Oh no, shut up, me. That's me. Okay. So, guys, let me show you how different. I was so young. Oh my god. Look, this is just crazy. I was also skinnier too. Oh my god. Oh my, yeah, I thought that. I'm still in shape. I just had a kid, so I can forgive myself. But look, see, this is the OG. This is the OG village. And as you can tell, oh, this is just so. It's also heartwarming too. I love seeing how far I've come. It's really cool. Like, I don't care that it was like a crappy village. I love that crappy village. Look at that. See, that was Swedish back in the day. That was it, and now this is it. This is, so yeah, it's gonna, they're gonna be different in terms of layout, but in terms of what they were, nah. Like, if they had like certain things, they probably won't be that different. We had this layout basically expanded and overdone because that was a randomly generated Minecraft village. This is like something that I'm like, yeah, this is what it would look like if it was like made by me. Let me see. Let's come over here. Come over here and take a look. Are you going to continue season 3? I already answered that in the opening of the stream. If you want to go take a look back at it, but TLDR, no. No, I don't want to. And that's just because it's not the story that I wanted to tell. It's a story that I was forced to tell because of fear of harassment online. That's a bad feeling to go back to. I wouldn't want to. I mean, I understand where people are coming from, where it's like you can get annoyed by not finishing that, but that was my baby, and I was like, my baby is just like not what I want it to be, so I don't really want to. Maybe someday, like if I ever am like, hey, like this is what could have happened in this one, then yeah, like maybe. It's always an option, but it's not something that I would want to do right now, especially since I'm so excited for this remake. Let's see. Welcome all the new members. Thorgy. Who's that asked that? I'm just trying to see. Random person, thank you for being a member. And, yes, Thorgy will be back. Thorgy will be back. Like, anything that you remember super that had a big impact on the series and had a big impact later on in season 2 will be back. Maybe more expanded upon, actually. Their origins will definitely be a little bit different. Like, You guys remember in season 1 when Garth tried to cover up that murder? Do y'all remember that? Or the time that Aphmau accidentally tapped at Garth on the shoulder and he attacked her with a spider. That happened. He attacked her with a spider. The spider and him attacked her, Aphmau, after she politely tapped him on the shoulder. I mean, a little over-exaggerated, but basically he attacked her. So, and then he tried to cover up that murder. And then, what else happened? That was a grand old time. Oh yeah, Aphmau kidnapped Donna! What else happened? So yeah, there was a lot of interesting things that happened. Oh yeah, and we had, the babies that were stuffed in the box. And, very dark stuff that was alluded to but never expanded upon. When he tried to cover up a murder. I don't know what y'all guys are talking about. I went back and I was like, I wrote that. I remember what he was trying to do. Where did he try to cover up that murder? I know he did. I saw it. Oh man, no, I can't do that without giving spoilers. No. It was great times, but it was, wow, great times. But it was very, interesting. Because when you watch it back, you're like, what? What happened? Where was this going? The crazy cat lady? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. It gets crazy. Yeah. We trying to cover up the murder. Yes. There was a part where that happened. Oh, God. Will people be introduced in the same way? Most likely not. And that's, to some degree, they will stay true to what they, like, had. Obviously, Donna has more character added in the beginning than she ever did in the original. She was just stolen from a village. Like, I kidnapped her from a village. In the water. She was kidnapped. I don't know if that water's still there. But yeah, she was kidnapped. She was absolutely, yeah. So it's, this one she's like, more her own person. So it's definitely different. Give me a second. I'm looking at the, sorry, the chat is very difficult to read. So I have like someone like bringing in stuff. Aw. Crimson Minotaur, thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. It says, hello there. Here's a little donation for the trip down memory lane, remembering the first time finding your channel back then. I want to send my thanks and love to everyone. Your company has, your VA is the community. P.S. I just met Heidi Burrs, from FFX at a con. Oh my god, that's so cool! I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you for the trip down memory lane. Let's see. Are some of the characters' personalities going to change or stay the same? I consider a lot of them are going to change. Not like super crazy. Not like, again, if they were main characters, like if they were if they were absolutely main, they probably won't change their personality as much. Their motivations, yeah, which will in turn change their personality just a little bit. But I'm going to try to keep as true to the characters that had that initial development as much as possible. I would say the biggest changes that you're going to see, because like the idea of where I'm headed towards the end of this remake is basically trying to build up to what happened at the end of the original. But it's gonna happen a lot differently than what you remember. You're gonna get some interesting scenes. We may go, a lot of plans that I have are maybe even visiting and getting to know more about Ocassus and stuff like that. Maybe seeing like Zane's actual bigger threat than like, I can't go into midhaps. If I could talk to you guys about this like forever, but I'm just like, don't want to spoil anything. And again, these are all things that I'm having ideas about and putting in the outlines. But working them is going to be so much more difficult than actually talking about them. Because I can talk a big talk, but when it comes to execution, doing that with writing and a YouTube series that goes like that is very difficult. So this is going to be this remake is going to be what I would want it to be. But I would also like to pitch this someday to like an animation company or something like that, or like a video game company or something. And I would love to have them almost expand even further on the remake. We'll see. That's a big dream. But that's what I would like to do eventually. And again, that would be a big thing too. Let's see. Let me see. Are you going to add other characters from like Starlight in the new rewritten episode. Honestly, I don't think like new characters, probably not. Like they don't really have a purpose in season 1. If like the only thing I can even remotely justify to some degree, like let's say for example, let's talk about Caitlyn and her siblings. Like we like in my street, you see like her sibling Casey and stuff like that. You see him, and you see people like that. Like, and honestly, like some people like that other characters mention, you know, you don't even get to see them, but you know of them, so they may come in to like make an appearance, but they aren't going to be like heavy plot movers unless like they have a reason to be. There is no way that I would write someone in like Blaze or Dottie or someone that didn't belong in that season. That's just not right in my opinion, and would feel more like pandering to keep like people there than it would be to bring them in. Now people like for example, I just like this village so much. Now a lot of this is not expanded, by the way, I'll go on that. But I just want to let you guys know that a lot of this is not expanded upon because we're still working on it. The map is still being worked on because, again, we just got details that we're going to be doing the remakes this, you know, recently. So villages will be added as we go, which is going to be very difficult. So, yes. But basically, I would not add someone who was not in here. And I would not, like, I wouldn't do that. Unless they had a huge purpose for being there. Like, a absolute huge purpose for being there. But they are, again, that's my intent for right now. So let's see. Jiden Williams, thank you so much for your donation. Is Levin and Malachi gonna be in this remake? Also, keep up the amazing work. I can't wait to see how different this is gonna be. I'm so excited. Oh, thank you. So, I can say that yes, they will be, because again, they still played a huge part. I think that again, the way that we find them, the way that they turn out, is going to be a little bit different. A lot different actually, because again, this entire series is going to be revamped and expanded upon. Each character is going to get their own kind of unique personality, which is going to be so hard to do. Well, it's not hard to do. It's just going to take a lot of time, because basically I have to go over 200 and something episodes, maybe even 300. I have to go over 300 episodes of basically lore all over again to make sure, because some things that I wanted made it into the episodes of the original. No, some things that I wanted made it into the original, and some things I didn't want made into the original, but some things that I wanted and never put out for you guys to see never made it in. So there are things or notes that I have in my outlines and my old ones that didn't make it into the original. So when people are like, yeah, I remember when this happened, and I'm like, that's not what I meant. And I'm like, going back to my outline, I'm like, I did not put that in. Oh my God. So it's like, geez, I have to go through all this stuff again. So yeah, let's see. What else? So yeah, we will have, like, again, key components will be back in, maybe in different ways, in different, maybe exploring more about them, like exploring more about even their parents and stuff like that. Just exploring more about the characters is what I would be focusing on a little bit more, and I'm planning on adding in maybe, there will be a few new characters in. But they aren't characters that you, like, they aren't characters that are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sneak these characters in because it'd be really cool to have them in for no reason. No, it's gonna be like, again, maybe we will expand more upon, like, Zane's jury and stuff like that. Maybe we'll expand, like, I'm not gonna give away things, but I'm just gonna, like, tell you, like, if you heard about them in the original, they will probably make appearances here. That's just things that I'm thinking about. Nothing, again, in stone, but that's what I would want to expand more upon. So if you see new characters, it's not going to be like they didn't exist in the first one. I am going through all my notes and making sure I dot my I's and line my T's to at least get the closest to, like, the perfection as possible. Not going to be all perfect, but basically if they were in the first, they will be in the first season. Let's see. Chicken Shaman? Yeah, of course. Again, it'll be things worked on, and we'll be, you know, doing things like that. But again, if they were like, you know, they will be worked in. Like, characters that you knew that were like, they had a thing, they will be worked in, trust me. So let's see. Who is my favorite character in this? That's so hard. Like, they're all my favorite characters. Like, yeah, some of them are dopey and stupid and evil and ignorant and jerks and too good for this world and too bad for this world and the worst things are the best things you could ever imagine. But God, they're people, and you know what? People are always... No one's perfect, and to expect someone to be 1,000... Now, if they committed murder or any of the, like, unforgivable sins, then I don't like them. But... Well, I mean, in real life, but if they're characters, they're just characters. Like, they're there for fun and fiction. They're not there for like to be super crazy and stuff like that. Expand on the crazy cat lady. I mean, yeah, you'd be surprised. Let's see. Are you gonna do more stuff with werewolves? For those of you guys who weren't aware, a lot of the.
We're switching it to members only.
Okay. Is it going too fast?
I think so.
It's going really fast to me. I can't keep up with the questions. I'm scared.
And the people that help donate, they can get their questions answered a little bit faster.
Yay! Yay! Awesome. So yeah, now I can actually see everything going on here. Yay! Okay. Let's see. What was the question I was gonna answer before? I forgot, I'm sorry. But I'm trying to remember. Okay, I got a new question, I'm moving on, I'm sorry. Next question is, Taurus King. It says, thank you for giving me something wonderful to bond with my sister and daughter over. Oh, thank you, that means a lot. I'll always be a huge fan. Does the remake mean new merch for it? Ha 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 ha. Is that my marker? I have a marker. Okay. Yes. There are 2 items currently in the works for the remake. I think both old and new fans will like them. There's one that I think the old fans will definitely appreciate, and there's one that I think the new fans will absolutely appreciate. Like, they are very, like, there's one thing that it connects that we'll be making that'll be really cool. Again, they're not, like, super big, but, like, they are pretty big considering that, like, they're really cool. Like, trust me, like, I think you'll like it. Yes. So, let me see. Let me see. Ash Wolf, it says, hello. Aphmau, I was wondering if there would be an opportunity for a fan to say hello after one of your panels at VidCon on the 11th or the 12th. So, okay, let me talk about this. So, at VidCon, we're going to be having a booth. And I know this is separate, but also this links into Diaries too, and the merch question that you just asked, because the merch for Diaries will be debuting there at VidCon. So if you're excited, that's where the merch for Diaries will be sold in person, so you can, like, forego the shipping costs and stuff like that. But yes, sometimes, so it really depends. I love to meet fans before and after panels, but because of security, sometimes they're like, you cannot do that. Like, they come up to me, and, like, there's a big old dude, and he comes up, and he's like, look, you cannot do that because we have other creators here, and they gonna get hurt, and it gonna make them look bad. And I'm like, okay, fine, you know what, I can't. And I'll just sneak around and then try to meet people, if I can. It depends if I'm tired, but yes, if I can, then yes. But, there's gonna be one day that I'm going to be actually at the booth, because we're having a booth there, and a lot of our merch will be there, and there'll be the Diaries merch there. I can't say what it is yet, because it's really cool. But the Diaries merch will be there. At least that's what I'm hoping it is. It better be there because I just said that. The Diaries merch will be there, and I will be there for 1 hour on, I think, the first or second day, like, at the booth. They don't allow me to be at the booth because they're like, don't want people to, like, crowd the booth or anything like that, but they don't allow me to be at the booth. It's my booth, though, but I pay for it. Anyway, but yeah, so I will be there at the booth for 1 hour only. But yeah, I'll announce when that is. Keep an eye on the community tab, and then if I can meet people before and after panels, I will absolutely try. I do try. I really do. But it really depends on what the big old security guy says. Or sometimes it's a woman, and she's really, really nice. Or sometimes she's really, really mean. It really depends. I really don't. It really depends on the person. Okay, alright. So let's see. If they... Oh my god. Okay. Let's see. Quick thing. Where is the other stuff? How many videos are you planning on remaking Dead Love MC? that is a good question. Also, I should keep exploring this place so you guys can get like an in and out version of it. Again, not 100% complete because I know there's supposed to be some forest over there. But this, again, this was just made, like, I can't tell you how quickly this stuff was made for, like, to make the remake happen. It was made really quick. So a lot of this stuff isn't 100% panned out. So we're going to be fixing that up a little bit more. But this is the place to get your questions answered if you have any. And I'll try to do my best. But yeah, so how many episodes? I honestly don't know. Some of the episodes are just going to be very, very, like, there's going to be lighthearted stuff. Eventually there will be, like, again, it's because Diaries had a darker undertone. For those of you watching, it will be a little bit more mature. Just so you guys know, there will be rougher topics dealt with in Diaries. There will be potential curse words in Diaries, depending on if YouTube ain't watching. Depends. If my YouTube content is watching, I'm sorry. We will see. I will try to be as cool about it. Oh, I should put that back, just in case. I don't know if that's important. I will try to be as cool about it as possible while making it very entertaining, but just understand that there will be a few dark undertones coming to Diaries, and it's the way that it will be because that's originally how it was, and I would feel really weird making it feel completely My Street-esque, but, I mean, well, My Street got pretty dark too, but Diaries, in comparison, you saw a lot of what, like, you physically got to see what happened in My Street and how bad it was. Now, Diaries, if I were to physically put everything into actual, like execution and show things, which I'm not sure, depending on how YouTube takes that, then it would probably be worse. But we're not gonna get into that right now. Anyway. Let's see. Give me a second. I'm trying to look at the chat. Is Blaze going to die again? He was only in season 3, and season 3 again was definitely something that, like I said, he's more than likely won't make it in. Well, that's not true because not this season. He doesn't make sense for this season at all. Again, if any of the My Street cast from that make it into this, it's because they have a minor role and they are, like, a part of the world and not a part of the plot. But no, I don't think so. Table battle match. I mean, I could just sell you a table. Do you want my table? Let's see. How excited are you to have voice actors from the start? I'm extremely excited for it. I am extremely excited for it. I love voice acting all of the diary stuff, but my throat was always sore after after we got into like full swing where we were posting like 3 times a week. My voice was hurting like heck, like all the time. It was hurting so bad. So yeah, pretty much that's what happened. Let's see. Wanted to fund the remake. Remember Super Minecraft? Yes, I do. Oh my god, I love Super Minecraft. I loved it. It was so fun. Like all my series I love. Like even though some of them are a little like controversial at times, like I enjoyed making them. Like except when I got to a certain part. Like like season 3, I did not enjoy making that one obviously. To some degree. I did enjoy like making it to some degree. But again, it's just different things. It's a complicated feeling. It was fun, but also at the same time I'm like, this is not what I want. Like, and it's at some point you gotta stick up for yourself, you know? So let's see, is there gonna be a table mouse scene? Yes, I confirm that there will be a scene. Again, it's gonna be different, but it'll be true to what it was. What is the song playing? I'm putting this over here. I like that music. Let's go back to the other music. It was nice. So yeah, it's let's see. What else can we talk about? I'm gonna sit down. Can I sit? Oh, I can sit. Oh, really pretty. I don't know. Whatchamacallit? Poor Jess, don't rush yourself. Don't worry. I always rush myself. That's my life. If you're a YouTuber, you're basically rushing to keep up with, like, all your stuff. It sucks, but that's what YouTubers do. It's normal. Like, you're almost used to that at a certain point. And if you're not used to it, normally you drop out. So it's hard. It's not easy. But let's see. Are you going to Minecon 2019 or Mindfair 2019? I would like to. I don't know yet. It really depends on my schedule, and I got a baby with me and stuff like that. Let's see. Are werewolves going to be there as humans like My Street? So I actually forgot this, but werewolves are actually in, like, they're in very quickly, like, quicker than I imagined. So I have notes that I wrote down. I don't think I can show them to you guys because I have notes about what I would like to happen. Give me a second. So if I go, like, I literally watched and analyzed all of my series, and I was like, this is what I meant, this is what I did, this is what I want, that's what I meant, this is what I did, oh god, that came out wrong, oh god, no wonder people think that, oh god, this is going wrong. And then I was like, oh, this is pretty good, oh yeah, I'm getting great, yeah. Like, there was a certain point where I was just like, oh god, like, some of this stuff is a little funny. Give me a second. Where is my stuff? I don't know where I put it. Oh, this is the wrong account. That's why. That's why that happened. But we don't get into a few things until a little bit later. There's also gonna be, so I had a few, like, whatchamacallit? I had, depending on who, it's a crazy thing, but, like, some of the characters, depending on who, like, if I have contact anymore, I was going somewhere with this. Gosh, I forgot. Darn it. Just move questions, and then I'll come back if I can remember what I was thinking about. I have a hard time with my memory sometimes, so it gets, like, a little bleh. But, let us continue. Let's see. Monkey Boy 0301 asks, I had a question. I always wondered how Levin breathed in the chest when Aph found him. We don't talk about that. He was a little bit of, he was just pixel when we found him. He was a little pixel, tiny little pixel baby. Let me see. Oh, let me see if I can pull up my notes. I have my notes, and my notes would actually be very much able to help me. Give me a second. Hold on. Connecting to get my stuff situated. Let's see. Alright. Give me a second. 1 second, guys. I'm going as fast as I can. I'm trying to keep you entertained and loved and let you know that I love you. But I also have to tell you guys, pay your rent so you can say bad words. If you don't pay rent, you don't get to say them. That's the rule in my house. Let me get my stuff out. Alright, here's all my lore stuff. I have a whole doc dedicated to, like, each lore. I found myself in the forest. Blah blah blah. Sasha Jean. Oh yeah, I made a note that I kept picking up every animal that I possibly could. Just so you guys know, not every single animal that I picked up is going to make it back in. There will be a small tribute to them. Maybe you'll see them off to the side, but not every animal can live in my house, okay? Or Aphmau's house. Because I don't know how I even did it in the beginning. I just remember, like, things being so weird. Let's see. So is that when does Levin come into play? I have notes about this. Oh yeah. Episode 22 of the original. That was really far into that thing, but we started getting into, like, stuff around, like, honestly, the first couple of notes for the first couple of episodes are so small. And then at some point we start really getting into, like, the story content. You can tell where that happens. It's, we're getting into storytelling cutscenes at episode 15 of the original, which was crazy if you think about it that way. So let's see. Are your notes? My notes, yeah, my notes are somewhere. My notes are all crazy and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's very interesting. So, episode 15 is the first instance that we have of a cutscene and voice work in MCD. In the original, that was pretty interesting. Episode 19 was where the second voice actor appears, and so on and so forth. They like, I have notes about where things appear and how they appear and what I meant and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. I always say it's very interesting. It's like my default kind of like bleh when I can't think of something else to say. Let's see. What else? Wolf Potato, there should be a series where everyone is a corgi life. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. There's also a movie that came out that you probably shouldn't see because apparently it's not meant for people. Like, well, not meant for people. It's not meant. Imagine just like a whole theater full of dogs there. It's like one of those, it comes off like a kids movies, but apparently it's not a kids movie from what I've heard. It's called like The Secret Life of Corgis or something like that. I don't know. The Secret Life of Pets. It's called The Queen's Corgi. I'm Dove, but I follow that and then I'm like, oh, it's pretty cool. When is the second episode coming out? We're looking to have it out hopefully around when VidCon is. So when VidCon is will probably be when the second episode will be airing around that time. I'm hoping we're gonna see again. That's not 100% set in stone, just an idea, a rough idea. So pretty soon, we're hoping again, depending on how things go. Let's see. Coming up here. Crystalline Studios says, thank you for your donation and for being a member too. Oh my gosh. Hey, I see both these questions at the same time. It says, yo, Jess, what advice would you give people who are one-man studios? It's hard. It's like, it depends on what you're doing. It's hard. I would honestly, as a YouTuber, tell you to try to support your channel with other things and have your series as your like your tent poles almost. Like, they're the things that you do that you put a lot of time and effort into, and there are things that you also do that you put a lot of time and effort into, but one of the like, you can't have both. You can have one or the other. But try to keep your channel consistently active because the almighty algorithm favors activity more than inactivity, which is why you never see daily YouTubers take a break. And if people who like don't post it regularly and get like millions of views, they're the exceptions to the rule, not the actual, like, you know, rule. Let's see, what else is there? Let's see, come over here. I think we've taken a look inside all these villages. Did we take a look at that tower? Oh, no, we did not. Oh, I know what tower this is. I'm gonna go up here and take a look in. No chest. No chest. Eh. 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 So pretty. Oh, my God. Yes. I'm excited for this tower. I'm really excited for this tower. Really excited for it. I have plans. I have things I want to do. Let's see. We'll, let's see. Wait, what was the last? Oh, are we gonna talk about season 7 coming out? So not in the moment. Basically right now, season 7, if, again, my street in general, before I can even say anything, is basically going, it was a year since we posted my street. So in between this period before we post like the next thing that it's going to go into, it'll be a while. It'll be a while before we, basically I want more time to work on like, what are the plans for the future of my street? What are things that are going on with my street? And how can I work with them a little bit more? I kind of want to bit stuff here now. Maybe some flowers or something. But basically, it would be, like, it would basically be, like, a while before we return. Maybe, like, a few months, like, and something like that. But basically, I want to try a few other series before we go back to, my street. And I again, that's just because I want to go to, like, the drawing board and decide where is it going, what is it doing, what are characters doing, how is this. I just want more time to kind of plan those things out. So, again, it's It'll be in the future, but not right now. So yes. You can't see the MC screen. Oh, you can't see the MC screen. No wonder. No wonder. It is that was embarrassing. Just saying, it was embarrassing. Very embarrassing. Let's see. So welcome all the new members joining us today. Let's see. Welcome Crystal Flynn. Welcome Criselda? Misa, did I say that right? I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Latest songs, welcome, welcome very, very much. Let's see. Come over here. You can't see your screen. I'm working on it. Oh, you can see the screen. Let's see. Kaylin Bush, thank you so much for your donation. What's going to happen to the werewolves? I remember them being a big part of the story. Yeah, they were actually. And I didn't realize that. Like, I was like thinking, oh man, let's go into like the next into Diaries. And I was like, wait a minute, I put them in there too. And so, and they did. They've always been like a motif in a lot of my stories, which is very, very interesting. And it, like, for them, they play a huge part very early on, like, very early on. And I didn't realize that, so that's something that's going to be seen coming up here soon. Yeah, again, I'm gonna put this right here because I know there's a few things that I would want to have on this area. There's gonna be a few more things coming into this place. Let's see. Jess, if you could have done anything differently with my street, what would it have been? Hot cocoa. What would I have done with my street? Oh, yeah. I've talked about this before, and I've mentioned this multiple times, but there's this one scene in Love, Love, Paradise, that basically, whatchamacallit? That basically, was misinterpreted and, like, there was a scene that was misinterpreted and ended up changing the end of Love, Love, Paradise. Whatchamacallit? Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, so yeah, there was a scene in season whatchamacallit, season 2 Love of Paradise that basically changed and altered a path because it was the day I was super sick and I didn't get a chance to like be there and change it. Like I didn't get a chance to be there and change what happened because I was very sick that day. So it basically like messed up a storyline, but that was okay. We dealt with it and we tried to move past it. There's still repercussion from it, but like it's fine. And yeah, so I would redo that scene and I would try to redo that arc a little bit better. So if I could redo that, but yeah. So and I'll talk about that another time. It's not something I want to talk about because again, it was a big. Usually they become big problems when that stuff happens. So give me 1 second because I think we're going to go ahead and change a little bit of direction here. All right, so we've been doing this for like a little bit more than an hour. All right, so we've been doing it for like a little bit more than an hour now. Yeah, definitely a little bit more than an hour. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to change a little bit of course here. So just so you guys know, again, I absolutely appreciate your support here. If you want like more updates and stuff like that, keep an eye on my Instagram, my Twitter, and I'll try to answer a bit more questions as we go. I'm sorry I didn't get to like all the questions. I was a little bit overwhelmed with trying to like explain what I meant by certain things, and I just got really like excited about explaining things, and I just didn't get like to everything. So yeah. Let me see. So pretty much, we're going to be switching over to so as you guys know, and I think this is still going happening right now. There's like a Minecraft Mondays going on, where it's basically like a Minecraft Hunger Games, kind of thing, and like it's a Minecraft Hunger Games type of tournament that's going on. And originally I wanted to like join in a bit. But I didn't get a chance to because I didn't get a chance to respond. And also I was super busy last week. So I didn't get a chance to really like kind of like say, hey, I want to join too. So I asked to be in it next week, and I want to kind of start training for that, like to kind of, you know, get ready to do a big YouTuber kind of Hunger Games thing. So I want to start training for that. So let's go ahead and jump into that. Am I about to end? We're gonna do like a few like games really quick and kind of get an idea of this, because I'm like really nervous to jump into that. Give me a quick second. Let's go ahead and switch over. We're gonna do some Hypixel Hunger Games, so give me a second. And that's just to end off. We're not probably not gonna do it for that long, but just for a little bit. Let me see. Come here. And I'll move over. I'm gonna put on the music again, just so it just doesn't feel so eerily quiet. And I'll answer questions as we kind of go through. So give me a second. Or maybe, how long has it been? It's been a little bit. All right. All right, so maybe we'll finish out. Sorry, I'm like a little indecisive right now because I'm getting nervous, as you can tell. So all right. But must both watch MC Mondays and Aph. Oh my god. All right. So let's come over this way. I would want to go into this over here. Gameplay. But yeah, so I can't. My email is full of super chat emails. Thank you, Kish, for your donation. I appreciate it. Again, it really does help, like, the production of this, so it really helps a lot. So yeah, we'll resume a few questions for a little bit longer, and then we will move on over. Well, then we'll probably end around there, but we'll do a few more questions and stuff. I really want to make it up there. I don't know how to make it up there. Like, to that big tower thingy. Is that just, like, aesthetic, or is it actually a big old tower? I'm a little curious. Oh, it is a big old tower! Oh my god, this is beautiful. I love it. There's a little mirror here. This reminds me of, like, the first house in, season 1. That's really cool. Let's come over here. Close that up. And then close this up. Okay. So if you have any other questions that I can see, like, I will answer them. It's just, okay, so members only mode is off right now, and we're just gonna be taking a look around. It's just so much. I wanna go see what's over here. Like, I know that we're still looking around, but like, come on, this is very interesting. I like how this looks so far. It looks so super cool. Oh, birdhouse! Is the treehouse coming back? Okay, we'll definitely take a look into that. There are a lot of things that I need to like clear up. So a lot of characters that you'll be seeing, like, will be in the whatchamacallit. Again, a lot of the things that happen will be happening again. just in different ways. So I want you guys to expect that this is not like, and I said this before in a community post, this is not gonna be like, oh man, like, you know, she's just remastering it. A remaster is basically retelling the same thing but without like changing a thing. This is gonna be a remake, retelling slash reimagining, whatever you want to call it. Basically like different story but same type of premise. Falcon Claw soon. Oh god. No, that's gonna happen a little while into the story. Yeah, so for those of you guys wondering, there are, again, like, a lot of characters are in Season 1. We have, anyone who's in the, Irene Dimension is gonna make it in. So we have, you know, Caitlyn, we have Aaron, we have Lawrence, we have, and again, they may show up either later or sooner than you imagine. It depends on how things play out, because there are some characters who I'm like, it'd make more sense for them to show up here than it would to show up there. Like almost like, again, remember back then I was a new content creator, had no idea how to do this, so my idea was extend everything out by all this, you know, time, which is perfectly fine if you want to do it that way and you're just starting off. There's nothing wrong with that, but like the part that you have to like keep in mind is like a lot of stuff was extended or over like done to a certain degree where it was like super crazy. So yeah, very crazy, very interesting. Also, I like this outfit a lot, or this look a lot. Also, the shaders make things look a little bit lighter than what they actually are. She's really light in this one. That's why shaders are so confusing sometimes. So let's see. What do we have here? Let's see. Let's see. Alpha Alex, thank you so much for your donations. Oh my gosh. I sent you on Twitter. Oh my gosh, I forgot I was supposed to check the Twitter. Ah! I am so sorry. I completely forgot. This is what happens when I get so messed up in streams and stuff like that. I cannot believe. Give me a second. I'll check for questions on Twitter too. I'll do that for right now. Oh my gosh. Same voice actors. Yes, I would like to keep all the same voice actors unless they have obligations or other feelings against doing the character. Then obviously they will be, you know, they won't. But it's up to them. It's absolutely that. Or if again it just our whatchamacallit. It depends if their time allows. I have a kind of psycho on Twitter asked a really good question. A question I have is, what made you change Emmeline's character from a very timid, shy, and quiet bookworm to a witty, sassy, and more extroverted bookworm? By the way, I love you so much. Oh, thank you. So if you remember, in the original, I had issues with Emmeline, like personal issues with Emmeline, like literally she was an NPC and she couldn't talk or say anything. So she, in this one, is gonna be a little bit more different because in the original she was like Aphmau's like, oh my god, that's a big old bee right there, like Buzz, not like the other bee, but you know what I meant. But she was definitely like Aphmau and her didn't get along in the original, so I kind of wrote that in there a little bit differently. So yes, that is why that changed. Because in the original it had this kind of like nostalgic feeling of like, why didn't she like her in the beginning? There was really no reason for that. It was just kind of like, I don't like you, I see you, I don't like you, like, you know, that kind of stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Will Garth voice be back? Will Sexy Garth voice be by Madison Inn says, will Sexy Garth voice be back? Also, is Aaron going to be a great dark emo? I'm not gonna finish that because I feel like that's spoilers. Let's see. So Garth, Sexy Garth voice. I mean, it's obviously back. You can tell it is. Which is great, because I know a lot of like, if Andy was here, I could tell you what so when I first interviewed and Sebastian. It was my first time casting actors, and so I remember pulling them into a call, and it was just like the greatest thing, because I basically got on the call. I was like, all right, make me swoon. And they're like, what? And I was like, yeah, make me swoon. And they were like, okay. I was just like I want, like, here's the dude, here's the character, here's what they are, now make me swoon. Make me love this character, like, make me, like, love this character. And then they did their voices, and I was like, yeah, that's it. Which was really cool, because I remember getting rejected a lot from a lot of voice actors. They didn't take me seriously, because they didn't think I was gonna pay them, and I did. And I do. And I still pay them, to this day. So let's see, I'm like looking through the questions on Twitter a little bit. Sean Connery, the hamster. You'll see. I have plans. I hope they work out the way that I want them to, because some of the things that are gonna be really hard are like getting characters in, because some of the models that we were using were older models, so it's going to be hard. But I'm trying. Trust me, I am trying. Wow. Oh wow, a lot of Twitter questions just came in. Let's see. That's an interesting question. I don't know if I can answer that without giving spoilers. Dang it. Maybe I can say that question in a different way. Okay. So, the question is, will the original ship stay in place? Basically, I'm not going to give the rest of that example because, again, stuff like that. I am going to, like, so basically, yes, the answer is yes. I am aiming to do that. Maybe make it a little bit more conflict, make it a little bit more interesting. Something that basically expands upon it a little bit more. Again, things will be expanded upon, and if for some reason it just doesn't work out completely, then I may, like, say, okay, certain things may be changed. But that's, again, if it's, like, something that's, like, I feel like this would be better this way. I want to make a change that's like, oh, man, I'm just going to make this change to make it, because I did that once. I wrote something and I didn't want to write. And that sucked. And so I want to write something that I want to write, basically. So, yeah. Pretty much that's it. So, let's do one more question. Are you going to continue the remake? Yes, the remake will be continued. I answered that on the community post if you're interested. So let's see. Will you go into depth for the whole story of Aaron or Falconclaw? I'm looking to go into a lot more depth than you originally had. There are some things that will be put out there, more expanded upon, but I will, again, to give you an idea, my ideal Diaries, like entirely, in its entirety, is to do season 1 and season 2, and that's it. Season 1 and season 2 would be the only 2 seasons that would happen if it were to go all the way through. And that's because I can condense everything into 2 seasons. I feel like everything can be condensed into 2 seasons. In my vision for it, it would definitely have just 2 seasons. Maybe it could be expanded upon, like in a 3rd season, but that would be basically condensing all the events and getting all the answers you want in those 2 seasons. But it would be, again, I cannot stress, it needs funding, it needs support. If it can happen, then maybe you can get the entire story of Diaries in 2 seasons, which would be great. That is the goal that I want to do. That literally for season 3, there was no need for a time skip there, and I didn't want that. But again, it was just a weird predicament that I was in, and understand that that's what happens when you write things that you don't want to write in. And I'm saying this not just for my sake, but I'm saying this because if anybody else is out there and you're like, oh, someone didn't like my story, I'm gonna change it because that person said something, don't do it. It will hurt you more than it will help. I lived it, trust me. So yeah, keep in mind that you could get the whole story of Diaries in 2 seasons If it continuously gets support, like the first episode, as many views as the first episode got, it needs to keep going like that. It needs to keep going higher and higher and higher. And hopefully, again, it'll be coming out more frequently, but we will see, because I will be killing myself writing that. But I am so excited to write it, so I'm... Kill me now. I don't have a thing. Sorry. Anyway, yes. So, that's pretty much everything that we can cover here for now, because it's been about 2 hours, and I know the stream started late. But again, like I said, I didn't want to overlap with any other streamers that are going on right now because there's a huge Minecraft event going on. Didn't want to overlap with it, but we will be making up the stream probably either this week or I'll announce it. Don't worry about it. Like, I'll announce it when it's ready and when I'm absolutely 100% ready to do that, because there's so much that has to happen before that. Anyway, so yeah, pretty much just know that that is what I'm putting pause on that. Those are the plans for now. I'm hoping everything works out fine. And again, if you guys enjoy it, keep an eye out, support it, show everything that you can for it, and I will do my best to absolutely reciprocate that, because I love this series as much as you guys do. It's just, I know that there's a point where I have to be like, I have to make a certain, like, there has to be something coming to support it. I can't make something if I don't have the funds, the support to do it. Like, it's really difficult to do that nowadays on YouTube without repercussion, because that could definitely, like, not only hurt my mentality, but it could hurt other people's, like, the pay for certain things. It could hurt a lot of things. So it's a weird thing, but just know that your support is greatly appreciated. I'm glad you guys are so passionate about it. And I hope that I answered some questions here. I hope I answered some questions on Instagram. And thank you guys for being with me through all these years. I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, even if you gave me a hard time back then, don't worry. It's all fine. I always try to just, like, move past everything. I mean, obviously, people remember things, but, you know. But, yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys coming out for the stream. Thank you so much for your donations, for your support, and everything. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. I hope you have a great week. I will see you all later. Be sure to keep an eye out for the new series coming out this coming weekend. And keep it on the community tab, because you'll be seeing some, like, images from there. You'll be getting updates and stuff like that. The community tab is so important, and also memberships are very helpful. They do help. Also, we can get these cool emojis. Like you guys see, we have the iron emoji. It's really cool. So yeah, thank you guys for joining. I will see you all later, and I believe they're still doing Minecraft Mondays if you want to go support those guys. I think they're doing Minecraft Mondays. I'm not sure, but go check it out. I think, if I can take a look, I believe, let me see. I believe Dan TDM is streaming right now. Go give him a big shout out. I think some other people are streaming too. I'm not sure. Oh, I know that Adam is streaming. I'm not sure on what channel though, but I know he's streaming, so go check him out too. Sky does Minecraft. At least I think he is. I'm not sure. I can't tell if he's still in it. I hope he is. He my boy. Anyway, guys, I will see you all later. Have a great weekend, or great week, and take care. Bye.